What is going on, Capricorn? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. Once again, this is going to be your mid-month check-in for August. We're hopping into your cards, seeing what clarity we can bring to you guys, what messages can come through your spread. I was thinking to myself, like, is it too early to do another reading for Capricorn? Because I know I just gave you guys a bonus like a couple of days ago, but I couldn't keep myself from doing another reading. So we have to do the mid-month check-ins as usual for you guys. Do want to say thank you for tuning in to the last bonus reading. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that and it resonated with you. And we're coming back with another reading, getting a little bit deeper. Let's see if we can kind of get another message to come out that we didn't catch before for you guys. All right, we're hopping right into the message. Hopefully you're having a good day or night out there whenever you're watching this. I appreciate you guys tuning in. All right, we're just going to pull some for you now and see what's happening here for Capricorn. Oh, right off the back, you guys are coming out with the World card, which I do like. Let's see what else we have going on. The World card, we have the King of Cups that comes out, and let's get one more just for starters, and then we'll kind of start reading, and I'll pull more in a second. All right, so yeah, you guys come out with that World energy. Five of Wands comes out too. So I feel with the World energy, there is this new space that you guys are moving into, or you're like kind of feeling that you're coming into in some sort of way. You guys could be sensing that there is this shift or this change that's coming around the corner. But there's also some conflict that's coming along with it. And I really feel like this Five of Wands conflict is because of this newness, this freshness that's coming in. And a lot of times, especially when you're dealing with, people who kind of have found their comfort zone in a certain area or space, or you have grown accustomed to something, the Five of Wands energy is representing the conflict that comes when something totally new comes in, right? When something foreign comes into your world, when something that you've never seen before happens. So I feel like there is a little bit of a conflict happening because of this new world that you guys are shifting to, right? It's like you're peeling back the layers of this brand new space, this brand new energetic signature that you guys are kind of carrying around now. And as you're peeling the layers back, it's like you're feeling the conflict that comes in from the past, right? Because I kind of get the energy that these are two opposing forces that you're dealing with right now. So as you're stepping into this new world, you're peeling back the layers. You're also taking off the layers of the old, peeling the skin of an older version of who it is that you used to be. So this new energetic signature is definitely opposed to the other one. So I'm definitely picking up that this is some sort of internal struggle, internal conflict that's happening as you guys are waking up to a newer version of yourself, as you're kind of re-uploading or upgrading, a lot of new information that's coming in. There's also this struggle where the past is trying to hold on to you, the past is trying to grasp you. It's even I'm almost getting the energy that this could also either be some people that are kind of trying to hold on to you and keep you from growing, keep you from changing, keeping you from shifting. I think it's a saying that goes something like the number one thing that makes other people uncomfortable is you changing, right? It's like, because when you change, you make other people uncomfortable with who they are, like, because they're like, okay, should I change now that you're changing, or should I treat you differently, or are you changed in a way that I don't know who you are anymore? I don't know how to approach you. I don't know. It's like we used to be ace boo coons, but now it's like you're switching it up on me. And I kind of get the energy that some of you Capricorns are kind of doing that. It's like you're becoming a new person. You're taking in new energies. You have these new downloads. You have a different state of consciousness that you're just operating in. And there's something about your external environment that really is kind of struggling with this shift that you're making, especially when it comes down to people who think they know you, right? And that's really what I'm picking up with that World energy. Now, you guys also have this King of Cups energy. So some of you guys could be dealing with a water sign, and this could be the person that is, kind of like at odds with you, or that you're kind of struggling with because they see you changing and they're like, wait a minute, like you can't change. If you change, then you change, you kind of mess up the whole dynamic that I have with you. And then I had to start looking at myself and seeing, why is this person changing? So there's somebody here possibly in your environment that kind of feels uncomfortable with the shift or the changes that are taking place, and they could be the person that's kind of at odds with you. Now, on a deeper level, you guys could be taking on this King of Cups energy, and I just did a reading for Capricorn, not Capricorn, guys. I can't talk. Sorry. I just did a reading for a Taurus before this, and Taurus was dealing with the same King of Cups energy. For them, though, it was more so about some sort of emotional intelligence that was happening. It was like a shift that was taking place. And I feel kind of like the same energy for you guys. You guys are stepping into this new world, and it's like the emotional reaction that you have to this new space that you're in, could be causing the conflict too, could be causing the Five of Wands. And it's almost like there is a certain level of maturity that you're stepping into here, but it feels different. It's like you have a lot more room to swim around in. You have a lot more room to operate in within your emotions. And because I feel like you guys are less limited in your emotional body or within your emotional intelligence, it's almost confusing to you with the Five of Wands energy. It's like, wait a minute, like I used to cry over this, or I used to feel a certain way, or overly sensitive to this type of experience, or I used to be triggered by this experience, or it's like you're finding that maybe you're not being as triggered by certain things anymore because you're choosing to release certain aspects of yourself and leave those in the past. And this newer version that's coming through this portal reacts differently, especially emotionally. So there is some sort of like emotional focus on the second half of August that I feel like a lot of people are feeling. It's almost like there has been a transformation that has occurred, and sometimes we don't know exactly what type of transformation has happened within us until we're kind of faced with something that brings out the new way of operation within us. So I feel like there could be some things that are bringing conflict to you in the second half of August, Capricorn, but it's only going to be to show you how much you have grown, how much you have matured emotionally, and how much of a new space you're actually in, how much of a new world you have entered into energetically. It's like those same things that used to bother you, they really don't do anything to you now. And I feel like there are going to be some tests that come your way in the second half of August that are kind of showing you this, like showing you how much you've grown. Yeah, it's like the triggering is not going to be there. And for some people, I feel like it's kind of going to be surprising. Like, wait a minute, like that used to be the number one thing that set me off. That used to be the thing that would make me go crazy. And now I'm like just okay with it. I'm cool with it. So I don't know. Ace of Pentacle energy. It's like you guys are finding a new space to be grounded in. This is a very expansive energy with that Ace of Pentacle, and there is a lot of prosperity. I feel like abundance that is happening within your energy. This is something that's taking place energetically, though. Internally for you, you have found your anchor, the thing that grounds you into who you are, the thing that makes you understand your self-worth and your self-value, and the foundation from which you want to build and grow the rest of your life on. So I feel like this Ace of Pentacle energy is a gift from the universe, that kind of is showing you how much growth you have been coming into so far. And this is why I feel like you're going to be tested here in the second half of August. It's going to be a little bit of conflict that happens, but it really is going to be revealing something within you like gold. It's like showing you how strong, how balanced you have become, how much you have expanded from the person that you used to be. And a lot of you guys, you're seeing some type of growth that's happening in your external world because of this expansion with the Ace of Pentacles. So this could definitely be some sort of increase in finances. that's coming in the second half of August. I feel some of you guys could be getting some raises that are happening here, or some sort of like promotion that's happening within your career or your job, or bonus. It's like I'm definitely picking up that this is like some sort of increase that's happening because of this energetic increase that you're feeling internally here with the world energy. Okay. We also have the Nine of Cups that's popping up here. So somebody is definitely getting some sort of wish fulfillment that comes in. That Nine of Cups energy is talking about emotional fulfillment. And I feel like most of the emotional fulfillment that's happening here is taking place from that maturity that you guys are feeling. You know, it's just that energy of being able to notice that you're not being triggered by some of the things that you used to be triggered by is really fulfilling in some sort of way. It's like, this is why you've been doing the work. This is why you've been in this space of development. This is why you've been watching all of these tarot readings and doing all of these meditations and whatever it is that you do to kind of like practice your spirituality. It's like, in order to get to a space where you have grown, you have expanded, you have really reached some sort of mastery. And this emotional mastery that you guys are tapping into is really bringing you a lot of emotional fulfillment at the same time. It's like you can breathe easy now. You know, it's like one of those relief feelings of not having to fight the same battle over and over again. Right? It's like if you can imagine somebody that's always being triggered by the same thing, and it's like you've been wondering, why am I being triggered by the same thing? What do I have to do in order to make this go away? What type of work do I have to do on myself? And I feel like you guys have been there for a while, Capricorn, but there's something happening in the second half of August where something is just clicking. It's just, to be honest, it could have already happened for some of you guys. Like something has clicked. You've moved into a certain new space. You're reacting to things totally different. You're not triggered by the same things that you used to be from the past. And it's like, it's feeling like a burden is just being lifted. Like 1,000 pounds has just dropped off of your shoulders because you're no longer, if I can get this card and pick it up, Four of Pentacles energy, you're no longer being confined to the same space as you once were. There's no longer a certain constriction that was on your life, or feeling of being restricted. Because a lot of times when we get triggered by certain things in our world, a lot of times that acts as a barrier or a restriction. You know, it's like putting your hand on a stove and feeling some fire, and then you back up like, wait a minute, I shouldn't touch that again. That's hot. And so a lot of times our triggers can keep us confined to a certain space in our life, because we don't like being triggered. And once we get close to being triggered, we will back up and be like, wait a minute, I'm not going down that road. I don't want to feel that feeling, because most of us want to feel, you know, happiness. We want to feel joy. And most human beings, you know, we're either running towards good emotions and good feelings, or running away from bad emotions and bad feelings. So a lot of times that keeps us stuck in certain cycles because we're always running, or, you know, running from something or running to something. So I feel like for you guys, there's this release that's happening from this older cycle of feeling and being and operating that really kept you restricted in some sort of way, because there's a release of these triggers that are happening as you're moving into this new world. As this new world is opening up for you, it's like this conflict is coming, and it's something just to show you like who you are now. This Five of Wands, either from your external environment, or it could just be something you're feeling internally. But this test is kind of being placed in your path in the second month of August, or the second half of August, where you're really seeing how far you have come, and how much you have released, and how much energy you've transmuted, and how much you've transformed on your spiritual journey. Like, and I like that energy. So yeah, 6 cards out, and I kind of like how you guys are flowing so far. So let's pull some more. See one wants to pop out for Capricorn. We had 2 more that popped out here, so let's see. Okay, we get the Lovers energy, and the Queen of Wands also popped out. So some of you guys could be in contact with a fire sign or somebody that's taking on the form of the Queen of Wands. And we had the Lovers energy. So love, there could definitely be a connection that's happening. And if there is a connection, because we have the Queen of Wands that popped out and the King of Cups, this could be a total opposite type of energy that's happening within your world, Capricorn, maybe between you and somebody else, where you're taking on possibly a more emotional role, or, kind of the feeling aspect of it, and this other person is taking on the passionate role with the Queen of Wands, or vice versa. You could be the one that's taking on the fiery, passionate role, while the other person is taking on a more feeling and emotional type of tranquility energy. And you guys are kind of mixing fire with water, even though you're an earth sign. And I understand that, Capricorn, but, we all take on different forms at different spaces or times in our life, right? Now, if that's not what's happening, and if you guys are not dealing with a love relationship, then this possibly could just be um, this new space that you're moving into. The Lover's card could be representing how there is this development or this opening up of your heart chakra that's taking place, and this is why you're probably reacting to things a lot differently, and you're feeling, that you're not triggered as much as you used to be, because you have this heart chakra activation that's happening with the Lover's energy. And I definitely feel that's what this could be. So you're recognizing that because this activation is happening, because you're feeling within alignment within your being, and your emotional body is really taking on a different feel, then you're able to maneuver a little bit differently through life with this Queen of Wands energy, because she's all about movement. She's all about mixing in with different environments, mixing in with different people and personalities, and being able to, you know, connect with people no matter what walk of life they come from, or background, or whatever. And so there's something happening, I feel like, in your social life also, Capricorn, where you're able to move into spaces that possibly you were not able to do this before, because you would be triggered in certain ways. And you would try to kind of, let's say, move into a certain environment or a different space, and feel this triggering energy, and then pull back to the Four of Pentacles, and feel restricted, like, well, wait a minute, I could do that and I could do that, but I can't go there. That's off limits to me. I'm just going to stay within my square. But something about this square is being broken down, and it's like now you're able to move across the board a lot easier, just like the queen moves across the chessboard, right? It's like your movements are becoming a lot more fluid, and there is this kind of expanded energy, because there's not a lot of restriction that's happening within your energy. Some of you guys are just straight out breaking through layers of like restriction and limitation that has been possibly, plaguing you for a very long time in your life. And this is just what I'm feeling. And in the second half of August, you're just seeing that your movement is changing so much that it's like you're operating totally different. You're like, wait a minute, I could do this and I could do that too. And I can connect with this person and I can have a conversation and not feel triggered. And I can, wait a minute, this feels good. Right? So emotional fulfillment, some wishes are really coming true. And I really feel like they're attached to your personal development this month, Capricorn. All of this work that you guys have been doing and digging and kind of like building yourself up is beginning to pay off. It's like I said, those layers are being peeled back in some sort of way. Let's pull some more for you guys, Capricorn. Hopefully this makes sense, because I feel like we're kind of like everywhere, but at the same time, these messages are connecting. You guys have the Seven of Swords, so yeah, strategizing, flying under the radar. Also becoming awakened to some things that have been kind of lying dormant within yourself with that Seven of Wands energy. It's like some of you guys could have felt sleep to some of these activations that are coming in the second half of August. It's like, wait a minute, that was me the whole time, or this was in me the whole time, or this was something that, I could do the whole time with that Seven of Swords energy. This is you awakening to certain layers and aspects of yourself that have been really lying dormant. And it has been kind of putting you into a place where you, like I said in the other part of the reading, you've been feeling restricted in certain areas of your life. Like, that's off limits to me. Like, I can't do this. God must not want me to do this, or the universe must not have this for me. And I kind of hear some of you guys saying that. But the Seven of Swords represents how you're becoming awakened to something, and you're no longer in a slumber, and you're starting to see that no, you're not restricted from that at all. It's like it was just waiting for you to become conscious of a certain area of yourself that could access some of these things that you felt like you were restricted to, possibly for a long time. All right. So some of you guys are also just coming up with plans because you're seeing that this new world is coming in, and it's like some of you guys are changing the way that you're strategizing, or you're changing your plans for the future because of these shifts that are happening. Yeah, once again, and this moon energy is really connected to this Seven of Swords energy. It's like the same energy I'm feeling. Like something here was lying in the dark, very dormant here. And I just feel like you guys are walking into a room in your house that you just have not walked into for a very long time, and you're turning on the lights and you're starting to see like, wait a minute, I got this in this room. I remember when I got that. And this is metaphorically or symbolically, but it's like you're walking around in your consciousness, and some things are coming online and being activated in August, possibly by a shakeup or a certain conflict here, and certain things that have been hidden by this moon energy, or that you've been asleep to, you're becoming in the know of now, and you're seeing in the dark. It's like you're putting on your night vision goggles, and you're able to be like, okay, I can see what's going on now. Like, this used to be something that I stumbled around. This used to be something that I wasn't feeling comfortable with. This used to be the land of the unknown. But now I'm looking around, and I can see what's happening. Like, and I think this kind of goes back to what we were talking about for you, Capricorn, in your last reading, the bonus reading. If you haven't saw that yet, check it out. But I was talking about how you guys were decoding the matrix different. You were decoding and breaking down your reality way different than you used to. And this is really what I've been talking about this whole time. It's just a different way of saying it. But you're looking through certain areas of darkness that was in your consciousness, and you're shining the light of consciousness on it now. And it's like it's making you understand and know that you have like a lot of these hidden abilities, or you have like things that you have yet to tap into that you can use moving forward, that you thought were off limits to you, but they're not. Okay, so I'm just saying, I think I want to use this deck over here. Let's go into the Wild Unknown deck and pull out some more messages for you guys. The Fool card wanted to kind of jump out a little bit, so somebody could be wanting to take a leap, take a chance at something. All right, let's shuffle these and see what wants to pop out for us. 2 came out. We have the 6 of Pentacles, and the World card pops out again, of course. So, I mean, at this point, I think that you guys have just really gotten your message, because the World card pops out again. The layers are folding back, but I like how the World card looks a little differently on this. This is showing how those layers are really being traveled through. It's like layer on top of layer on top of layer, and you're just getting deeper and deeper into these new worlds within yourself. Becoming consciously aware of different spaces, that you're able to operate in your reality. And this could be being mirrored by, your external world for sure, because you're traveling into new worlds within yourself, right? The kingdom of heaven is within us. It's like you're going deeper into your own consciousness, and outside of you is being mirrored every time that you're going into a deeper level. It's like you're tapping in. Six of Pentacles, equal give and take, right? Reciprocity. Something is being given back to you. And this really is what I just said. It's like something is being mirrored back to you in your reality that you have tapped into internally. You've unlocked something, Capricorn. And I feel like we were talking about this in your bonus reading about how you have unlocked these layers of consciousness. And some of you guys are really getting some sort of payout that's coming because of that Ace of Pentacle energy and Six of Pentacle. Your fruits are starting to bear witness to the fact that you've been planting these seeds and you've been watering them and you've been, toiling in that soil for months and months and months. So activations are definitely coming online for you. Let's pull a few more. Anything else you have for Capricorn? I think, yeah, we're done with this. The Lovers popped out again. And we already talked about that. Like, Lovers is in the building. Some of you guys are really connecting to a lover, too. I feel it's like the end of summer is here. We're about to be moving into fall. And there are some connections that are going to be being made in the collective, is what I really feel. There are some unions that are coming into place. This could definitely be some twin flame unions that are happening, but I feel that August and September is going to be some sort of like solid connections that are coming in, partnerships, soul family unions are also happening. And most of all, this partnership with yourself is really coming into play with this Lover's energy. So once again, the heart activation is here. Your heart center is really being opened up. It's affecting your reality, your influence, the way that you connect with other people, the way that you socialize, the way people are attracted to you, the way people look at you, the way you show up in your world. We have this Lover's energy. Higher vibrations, higher frequencies, definitely. And all of these colors, I'm really connecting with them, because I feel like for some of you guys, you're experiencing your aura really change in some sort of way. Like there's a shift that's happening with the color of your aura. And your aura used to be one way for a very long time because there were certain blockages happening in your energy. But now I feel like your aura is taking on a different color, and you're attracting new things into your world because your aura is a new color. Definitely, that's for somebody, and that's a deep one. It's a major shift happening for some of you Capricorns. Very spiritual too. There's a very spiritual shift that's happening for some of you Capricorns, where you're just going into new levels of spirituality, and some of these spiritual gifts are coming online. And once again, we get the Four of Pentacles. It's like just repeats. Four of Pentacles, all of those straps, all of those restrictions are being broken off of you. Okay? It's like you guys are breaking the seal. You don't have to limit yourself anymore. There is no limitations. The limitations are illusions with that Four of Pentacle energy. They're paper thin. All right? You're breaking through those. And there's something that is going to push you to break through this, is what I feel, in the second half of August anyway, with that conflict that's coming, where you're understanding. Because I'm almost getting the story of how the zoo trainers train elephants. And it's like when they're a baby, they put they say that they tie something to them, and they bang, the thing that they have tied to them in the ground. And when they're a baby, they can't break from off of this chain because they're not strong enough. So they get in their mind, they get a mentality that they never can break out of this chain, and they never can, be strong enough to escape this restriction. And they grow into adulthood thinking the same type of way. And so they never break free of that chain. And I feel like for a lot of you Capricorns, this is what's happening in the second half of August. It's like you're about to break through some sort of limitation that you felt like was just something that would always be with you for your whole life. And it was just a program that has been running on your consciousness that could be reprogrammed at any given time. For a lot of you guys, this is a reprogramming that's coming in with money, with your pinnacles, with your financial security. It's like if you reprogram your connection and relationship with money, you're going to have a different relationship with money where you get more and you attract more and you get opportunities easily. But if you always think that money is one way and you don't get a lot of it and you don't attract a lot of it, then it's just going to stay that way. But you're breaking out of this mold that has been molded in your mentality for a very long time, Capricorn. The Daughter of Wands is also here, and a lot of times the Daughter of Wands is it's the Page of Wands, and it's speaking to new passionate beginnings. And I really feel like this is a new passionate beginning for you guys, because whenever you break out of the chains that have been holding you down for a lifetime, with it comes passion, definitely. Inspiration comes from that, and it's like it makes you want to see what else you can conquer in your world and what else can you, overcome. And I just feel you guys are overcoming a lot. Like, this is a very deep message. I think it's like, and it's very deep things that you guys are overcoming. So really celebrate that is what I'm picking up, Capricorn. Let me see how we're 31 minutes in, so I'm wrapping up the reading right there. But yeah, celebrate how far you guys are coming, or have come, or what barriers are being broken inside of your life, Capricorn, because I feel that it's been a long time coming. And also explore what you can do now. That's what I would say to you guys. If you're feeling like some of those restrictions are coming off of you, go ahead and just explore. Like, okay, what's new? What can I do now? Where can I go? Like, Eight of Winter comes out. It says, you have what it takes if you only believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. Eight of Winter. So this is what's not happening anymore. This was the old mentality that you guys were having before, thinking you were powerless when you are not. Having the mentality that we were talking about with the elephant, thinking that something has you restricted when it does not. It did at one point in your life, but not now. It's like you weigh thousands of pounds now. You're a adult, elephant. This little thing can't hold you. All right. So a lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. Yeah. That's what you guys used to be fighting, is what I feel for some of you Capricorns. But this is the thing that I feel like you're going to be facing head on in the second half of August. And I feel you're going to be bursting right through that, releasing yourself from those chains. All right, so hopefully that resonated with you guys. Thanks for tuning in, especially if you made it to the end of the reading once again. I appreciate you guys. If it did resonate with you, you can always like, share, subscribe, comment to the channel. And if you guys want to, you can follow me on my IG if you're brand new to the channel at chrisanthony14lbs, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can always book that in the description of the video. It'll have all the details about how to do that. All right, that's it for me. I will see you guys in September, or maybe with another bonus reading. We'll see. All right, later.